Howdy folks, this morning's soap is from Yulay. This is from her Hercules line of soaps. This is Black Cavendish. This particular soap has, it's a different formulation than, I guess you might say, than some of her others. It's got emu oil in it. And this soap is a very soft soap, but it's not a cream. It is definitely a crope. This this formulation has, I guess you might say, a lot of key ingredients for keeping your face nice. For instance, it's got, let's see here. Here we go. Coconut, olive, emu oil, grapeseed, almond, castor. It's got kokum, mango, cocoa, shea butters. I mean, it's got an impressive list of ingredients there. And this soap is really soft, easy to whip up. Shaver of the day is, found this by the way of eBay. It was in a Gem Micromatic box, but it is a Gillette Red Tip. Date code on there is A4. And I have a crystal platinum razor blade in there. This this razor is in outstanding shape, and I got it dirt cheap. And the crystal blade in the pack, this is all you get. Not a whole lot of information about it outside what's on the blade. The razor itself also came with a couple of blades, vintage blades, Gillette blue blades, and these particular ones, one of them, I don't know if you can see it or not, actually has a date code on it, which I believe is 1983. Let me see if I can see that again. 1983 in the second quarter. And got something in the mail yesterday, so I have a change in plans of what I would had already typically planned for next week, at least for the next few days. And I am going to give this straight razor from Strike Gold Shave. This is the gold dollar. I think it's a W59 is what it's referred to as. This is a pretty nice shaver. It looks pretty nice. So tomorrow I'm going to give it a try and do a video on Wednesday with it if all goes well. I'm assuming, in other words, it's going to go well. In other words, I'm not going to cut myself. Not worried about Frank's edge. He does a great job on his edges. Got this whipped up in my red bowl here. Excuse me. That's what I got whipped up. It's a little bit on the wet side. And today I'm using Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Atomic Rocket. This brush is huge. It's a pretty good sized brush. It is. It's a pretty good sized brush. If you missed it yesterday, I already put the brush up, but it dwarfs the one that I was using yesterday. This thing is huge. I've already put a hot towel to the face in bloom water. And my allergies are really giving me fits today. It was working on me yesterday. It's been like this, I guess, since about Wednesday of last week. Tuesday, take that back, Tuesday. It's been a moment. Been working hard on me. What I do with the bloom water, in case you haven't caught one of my videos before, I use it like a pre-shave, and I work it into my face. So, get it underneath the whiskers and all that sort of thing. Get my face prepared to be shaved, I guess you might say. I have shaved with the Hercules formulation before, and it is a pretty nice formulation. I like the post-shave feel. It's pretty good. My face does feel moisturized. Didn't feel dried out at all. Face feels really good. It's not as huge. It says it's 26 millimeter, but it seems bigger than that. That is huge. I was kind of struggling with my blade choice because I was thinking about using one of those blades off the card there. See how it works. But I was a little concerned. I might try it later on. In other words, I might do this one on Monday, then Tuesday and Wednesday with the, because my original plan was to shave with this one on Monday and Tuesday to get a good idea how this feels. I have shaved with a red tip before, and nice shavers. I've also shaved with an Aristocrat and a President, and I guess you might say a common consensus with the Gillette Red Tip is a number of people do like them. As it goes for what I'm feeling right now, because it's been a while since I shaved with one. I like this one. This is not my first red tip. I am part of a Facebook group called Red Dirt Shaving Society, and they had a drawing, and I got one of these in pristine shape, case and all. And I hadn't made up my mind when I got it and got to looking at how beautiful it is. I'll shave with it on, you know, like around Christmas, for birthday, stuff like that. Because it is a beautiful shaver. Really like it. I like the weight of it. It's a really nice shaver. If you follow along on the some of the groups, you know, you'll read quite a few people rant and rave about how much they like the red tip, which I understand. For my beard type, it works well. I mentioned, I think yesterday, that in the last video, that the blue tip is a mild shaver, and it's too mild for me with my beard type. I really need something got a little bit more aggressiveness behind it. But somebody's just starting out or got real sensitive skin, it is it'll be a great shaver for that purpose. Speaking of sensitive skin, a number of people have issues with ingrown hairs, and it's been out for a moment, and I had been interested in it, and found it on eBay for sale for $25, including shipping. It's kind of funny because the description of it, you know, whether it was used or new, it said it was new. And I went ahead and decided to pull the trigger and get it because I was interested in trying it out to see if it was good as what, you know, the claims were. And that's the bevel razor. And went ahead and bought it for $25. But when I got it, for it to be new, it had women's makeup on it. It's kind of cracked me up. But I couldn't wait. I had to put a blade in it and just do one stroke across the green. And Have to say it felt pretty good. Sometimes that gives me an idea on across the grain, and when I'm doing a shave-at shave, take one and just do one stroke. It gives me a fair idea how mild it may be. I put a crystal blade in it. As goes for the head, I think that might be the least of some folks' problems with the way the razor was made. The handle for me is it's a little different, so I need to shave with it for a while. But for me, handles can be a touchy point, and it's just the way it's made. I mean, for me, it's a little. It is a long handle. It didn't exactly feel slick, but it didn't also feel, how can you say, easy to hang on to. It's somewhere in between. And the post on the head was different than what we're accustomed to seeing as wet shavers. But I have a feeling, in other words, I plan on shaving with it next week on Sunday, next Sunday. That short stroke, it felt pretty good. I was really surprised. Especially, I think, if you can find it for $25 like I did, including shipping. You get it for $25, and if you're interested in trying it out, I don't think you're wasting your money. It's a fairly well made razor. It's just like any other razor. I wouldn't drop it. But the head's pretty nice. It felt good and solid. There's no overhang the way that head's designed. So, especially for somebody starting out, shaving underneath your nose, that overhang, I could see it could be, could be kind of tricky going underneath your nose with that overhang. As you can see, this one here, it has an overhang, but that's not much. That's not much of an overhang, at least not in my opinion. It's not. Of course, I hadn't shaved under my nose in a good number of years, so. Tell you what, this soap sure is creamy. I actually can smell it right now. Earlier, I couldn't smell anything. It's not a lot of fun when your nose is acting up like this. Yeah, it's a pretty efficient shaver because down here, usually I get quite a bit of feedback on the grist against the green pass. Didn't seem to be a whole lot there, so pretty good shaver. Have to say though, I have my President, which I got really cheap. It was in a lot of razors, a grouping, at an antique store. The lady had bought them in a group, like she was selling them, and she wasn't too terribly familiar with what she had, and they all need to be cleaned up. Some of them were pretty dirty, and it was in that group, and I had got like 2 Gillette Slims, 2 Gillette Supers, I think there was a couple of gems, auto straw. I mean, I had got a whole group of razors. In other words, they were user grade, but still, especially for somebody like me when I was first starting out, this was a gold mine. I think I paid a whole sum of $30 or $35 for all of them, and in there was that President, and it's just got just one little boo-boo on it, on the handle. Outside that, it is in great shape. It's a nice shaver. But compared to this red tip, though, I like the red tip. I remember shaving with the President. I guess you might say it kind of got burned into my memory because the actual shaver itself, as it goes for how well it's made, oh, it's a beautiful razor. The twist to open mechanism is nice, smooth. Goes right along with the name, President. I mean, it is a nice shaver. That line, something about the twist to open, at least of the ones that I've got, the mechanism seems to be so smooth turning, really nice. I was kind of shocked, in other words, because I had not had a twist to open that opened quite as nice as that one did, or does. It's, of course, packed away for those special moments, if you will. This is really creamy. You could forego anything after the post shave. This is, face feels really nice. Try the alum block, see what it says. I got a pretty good shave. I say I was looking forward to shaving a few more days, but I got that straight razor in, and I am very anxious to give it a try. Yeah. It's kind of odd. I got it back over here. I normally don't get stinging over here. Not that familiar with the razor, so I may have got my pressure a little wrong. It does have a little bit of weight to it. That or I just got too excited about it. Got Humphrey's Witch Hazel. This is lilac. If you haven't seen Douglas's brush here, last time I looked, he still had some available. When I put the links down below for this brush, as well as Vanulay's Monica soap, and going to follow it up with the aftershave splash also. If you're not familiar with her splash, it does not contain alcohol, but it does have witch hazel. Witch hazel has a naturally occurring volume of alcohol. I think it's for 14%, in other words, it's not much. And like most of her aftershave splashes, you do need to shake it up before you use it. I have not smelled this one just yet. I can actually smell some. I've heard a lot about the Cavendish. I just, how can you say, slow to get around to using it. Smells nice. Does have a coarse tobacco, the black cherry. Right now that's all my nose is picking up, and that's doing pretty good considering how I woke up this morning. My nose was awful. I wasn't even too sure I was going to be able to do the video. My nose was giving me such fits. In other words, this is a good, what, half an hour before I finally even got started with the video, trying to get my nose straightened out. At any rate, once again, if you ever find one of these in pretty decent shape like I did, this is more than just decent, this is awesome. Might want to look into getting one of these red tips. Really nice shaver. Boy, this is, I got an awesome buy on this one. I did great. So in other words, one of my sons, they're gonna like this when they get older. This is what the bottom of the brush looks like. Really nice job on this brush. This is nice. This is a nice brush. What is it? $12, $13? Darn good buy. Aftershave splash. Had a great shave. Hope everybody's doing well. Till next time, smooth shaves to you.